Hi, come on in. It's so good to see you. I'm so glad you came for a visit. I'm going to make some hot cocoa. Would you like some? Let me show you what we've got. We got a Keurig for Christmas. So I'm going to use some Swiss Miss. There it is. Let me get this going. And let me show you what you can choose from. So we have coffee, Swiss Miss, we have mints. That's these. I think I'm going to put one of these in. We have marshmallows. Look at these little marshmallows. Aren't they cute? I'm going to use that one since I've grabbed it. And we have chocolate chips in there. So, hang on. Oops. It's just a little Andy's mint. Just a little minty goodness. There we go. Gonna stir it up a little bit. Make sure all that gets melted in there. There we go. Easy. Hang on, I'll take you over here and we'll sit down together. Hang on. There you go. Grab up a rocking chair. There's my clock. I'm gonna grab my blanket. Because it is cold today. And I've got my hot cocoa. My mint hot cocoa. It is really hot. Those Keurigs really get it hot. I wasn't quite expecting that. Might have to let this sit. Let's see. That's good. I'm going to let mine cool just for a second. If you want to let your cool, I understand. Or I can get you an ice cube if you'd rather have one. I understand that too. It's the way I used to make my boys when they were little. I just put an ice cube in it. Excuse me. Whew. So I'm so glad you came by to visit. I'm so glad you're here. Hello to our new friends. And welcome back to everybody. So as promised, I told you today I was going to share how I deal with the winter and the winter blues, as they call it. Well, in Isaiah 26, verse 3, it says, "You will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you." So that's the key. I'm trying to keep my mind stayed on him. And that's my key. So this is what I do when I start feeling a little sad. Now, you may wonder, I don't know, maybe you live where it's warm and there's a lot of sunshine, but in some places in the world, when it gets wintertime, or maybe where you are at summertime, where it gets kind of dark, the days are shorter, they call it winter blues, where you just kind of feel sad, blah. And if you feel depressed, if this is a big thing for you, if this is, worse than just feeling a little sad, there's nothing wrong with seeking a doctor and seeking, professional help. Because for some people, this is a bigger thing than just for others. So everyone is made different, so that's okay. So you do you. If you need to talk to someone, you go talk to someone. That's okay. But this is what I do to kind of combat that. I have always been one of these people that I'm tired by January. All the holidays are over. the colors, the busyness, the brightness. And it's kind of dark where we live. It's usually rainy. We don't get a lot of snow. We did get some, but we don't get a lot of snow. It's usually just wet and dark and dreary. And so I've learned a few things that help me to make me feel a little bit better. So, of course, this is my journey, and I'm going to share it with you. But of course, I start my day with Him. I keep my mind on Him. So I grab a cozy blanket. I usually drink some tea in the mornings. I grab my prayer Bible, my devotion, and I go spend time with the Lord. And I start my day with the Lord, even if it's just a few minutes, because life does get busy. But I spend that time with the Lord every day. And that really helps. And then I plan my day after I spent that time with Him in prayer and reading His Word. Then I plan out what I'm going to do for the day. What are the to-dos? What has to be done? And another thing that helps me when I take down the decorations is I clean. This is when I wash the blankets. This is when I clean off the mantles. You notice that it's a little different. But do you see somebody over here in the corner? See that little face peeping out? Do you see this one? Right? You want to see them? Hang on. I'll turn you. There they are. Look at that. There's the other one. Aren't they cute? Those are my little snowmen. And since we don't get snow here usually in December around Christmas, I save my snowman decorations. There you go. They changed the light. For usually in January. And it's fun because you got the little snowman and it's fun. And it just brightens up my house a little bit. I love the white and the blues. It's just fun. It's very different from the red and greens that we've had. Except for my trusty blanket. This is a trusty blanket that my mother-in-law bought, and it's one of those fuzzy ones, so it's really nice on a cold day. And usually there's a cat in my lap, which there's not at the moment, but it might be in your lap, so watch out. She claws when she jumps up there. So you might want to decorate with snowmen. I've seen some people, they've decorated with like a woodland theme because, it's still winter, so you can still evergreens and pine cones and maybe birds, winter birds. Maybe you live where there's a lot of birds that migrate. We have, let me show you something. There it is. I have a bird book. This is an older bird book, but this was my grandmother's bird book. And I'll just put that right there. So she would sit here and she would look out this window and she would identify the birds because we have a lot of birds. Now we do have 5 kitties now, so I don't feed the birds because I don't want to feed the kitties. So, but I do like to watch the birds and I will look at those. So those are fun things to decorate with. Let's see, what else do people say? Oh, here's another thing I've done in the past too. I've decorated with pictures of us in the snow. I found a picture of my grandfather when they first moved down here and they built this home. They got 17 inches of snow overnight. And he is up to his knees shoveling snow. And I have a picture of that. Sometimes I'll put those up here. Or I'll put pictures up when I was a little girl playing in the snow. Or, maybe when my boys were little. Maybe you have grandkids that have sent you pictures of the snow that you like to put up. Those are fun things because you got the memories and those are fun to have in the snow. So those are just some ideas that how you could decorate. Put up a few things. As you see, I don't have a lot, just a few. I did put my green plants up there because they really that's where they like to live. So I want to keep them green, so I'm living them there. And the fun thing, as you saw earlier when you came in, I'm at a hot cocoa bar. We were gifted a Keurig for Christmas. So I have some coffee, I have some hot chocolate, the mints, the marshmallows, there's some whipped cream in the refrigerator. That's what that thing's called. And then there's, of course, miniature chocolate chips you can put on. And of course, are you ready for this? Don't forget the sprinkles. So you can put sprinkles on your hot chocolate if you would like to as well. It's fun. I have really enjoyed it. I've been doing this for about a week now, and in the afternoon I make a cup of hot cocoa and I just sit down and I remember the people that I love, and I think about what I want to do, some fun things that I can do for myself, because those are the sprinkles. So I've been thinking about, do I want to start a hobby? Do I want to get a couple of books to read, or maybe a puzzle? I haven't decided yet. I'm thinking about it, thinking it through as I'm drinking my hot cocoa. Here we go. This is so good. Very minty. And let me give you a little tip for this one. You can crush up your candy canes and put them in there, but they don't melt very well. That's why I use the Andes mints, because they melt in the hot cocoa really well. That's just what I've learned to do. You can do however you want to. So what are you doing to make your home cozy for the winter? What are you doing to brighten up your winter days? You might live where there's a lot of snow or a lot of darkness. I don't know. But what do you do? Tell me. Leave me a comment below. Don't forget to hit subscribe so I can share more of my adventures and journeys on this. And like I said, this is my journey. This is what I have learned to do over the years. This isn't professional advice. If you need to see professionals, please do that, because they know what they're talking about, and they can help you in ways that I cannot. So I'm so glad that you came by for a visit. Please come back again. See you next time. Bye. And don't forget the sprinkles. Love you.